going on, y'all? The reviewer is here, and I'm back to give y'all this album review of Mac Dre called Heart of Gangsta, Mind of a Hustler, Tongue of a Pimp. Now, y'all should know who Mac Dre is if y'all check out the last review I did of his called Rapper Gone Bad, and then I believe I had Stupid Doodle Dumb on the review as well. If you haven't seen those, I'll put those links in the description box. And in case y'all don't know, this is the real deal. And this is the original release that came out in 2000. Now, I know they had another one that came out in 2003, but I prefer the original. Y'all know how I do, all right? So unless it's damn near impossible to get the original release, then I'll just get the, re-release. But anyway, I'll give the producers credit who made the beats for the album. As you can see, it was Leon and Wright, No Face Phantom, and Steve Brown. All right. Then the features were Felicia White, Keek the Sneak, PSD, Maney Mo, Fat Kev, and Dante. And you can tell this is the original release. All right. So let's go with the songs now. I like that pose. All right, the first one is Staying Alive. This is a really dope track right here from Mac Dre. I mean, it just sounds like some dark Memphis underground type stuff, to be honest, man. And the way Mac Dre flows on here is dope as hell, man. He comes through with the dope lyrics. It's a dope hook. That beat, like I said, is really dark and sinister, man. My favorite part of the song, he said, my protection for selection, there's an ego. I'm down and dirty, never legal. That, to me, that's one of the tightest flows that he ever spit, man. The way he says that. He has plenty of them to add. Y'all got to peep the song out if you haven't heard it already. Then the next one is called Don't Be a Punk. This song is blazing, yo. This is easily one of my favorite tracks off of this album, if not my favorite. To pretty much speak on this song is pretty much a cut buddy song for, to have sex and stuff like that, but it's dark at the same time. And to add a little side note to that, I remember this girl that I was messing with back in the day. Back then I had a lot of underground music. So we played this song and she loved it so much, and we did some things. I ain't gonna get into it, but it pretty much, that song is dope. The hook goes, don't be no punk, grab your cup and fill it up. I'm almost drunk and I wanna, and that's pretty much it. But another song y'all gotta peep out is a really dope track, but yet it's dark. All right. The next one is called Let's Go Riding. This features Felicia White. She sings the hook. And this song is pretty straight. The song ain't bad. Dre come through with some dope vocals though, with a solid beat. Then the next one is called Hyphy. This features Keek the Sneak and PSD. Now this song is pretty good as well. It's really dark, but it's also kind of hyper. Hyphy is, I guess that's that term that they're getting really hyper, But Keek the Sneak comes through with a nice verse. And if you know Keek the Sneak, he does the little raspy voice. Like, that's how he sounds when he rap. But he comes through with a pretty nice verse. Mac Dre come through with a dope verse. And PSD finish it off with a cool, smooth verse. You know what I mean? But that hook is really amped, Next one is a skit. It's a funny skit. Then EXO and Remy is a really nice cut as well. Remy, I know Remy is Remy Martin as a drink. And then EXO, I guess that's a drink as well. I'm not too sure. But again, this is a solid track. Kind of like laid back in the cut type song. It's a really nice hook. And then Mac Dre come through with some nice vocals. Then Pump Bees. This features Dante. This is the vocal remix version. So that means This version here has Dante singing on the hook, and then Mac Dre coming talking about these girls out here who are punks, things like that. Pretty nice cut, you know. Then Off the Richter, this is the radio version, and this song is really nice. This is kind of like a party type track. And then Off the Richter, that means like it's amped, like it's at its peak when it comes to partying, you know what I mean? Like it's really amped. And then Mac Dre comes through with some dope verses. I like that second verse, man. That second verse, he really cuts up on here, you know what I mean? Then the next one is called Black Buck Rogers. This is another dope cut from Mac Dre. That beat goes in. He comes through with some dope verses. I like the way he starts off saying, F a dime player, I need a 16. Meaning, he don't want a dime piece. He wants above that. You know what I mean? So that verse is hard. The beat goes in, man. Then the next ones is Punk Bees and Off the Richter. These are the street versions. So it got profanity and stuff like that in here. And then on Punk Bees, they don't have the singer singing the hook. It's just, you know, Mac Dre singing the hook. So that's it. That's all the songs that I review for this album. To rate this, and I know some people might rate this pretty low because it's kind of short. That's pretty much the only downfall. But if you can get through that, I would tell y'all to rate this out of a 10. For me, I think it was a solid 9 out of a 10. This to me is one of my personal favorite Mac Dre albums. I mean, I even like that album cover, man. Like if you look at the background of it, it's really dark. I'm putting it a little closer. If you really look at it, like that album cover is really dark, and it's like you got the police in the background on the right, and then you got Mac Dre on the left side. You know, he's being a pimp, talking to these broads, and then you know the middle cover is like he's showing that he's a G. Like it's dope, man. Like I love this cover. One of my favorite album covers, man. Like it's great. But not only do I like the album cover though, I like the fact that most of the album is really dark sounding and some really nice beats, you know. And with good beats and dope lyrics from Mac Dre, you can't really go wrong. And you know, it's always a debate of what Mac Dre album is the best or their favorites. I like this album and I like Rapper Gone Bad. Now, I know I show y'all the cassette tape. I'm trying to get the CD, but it's pretty pricey, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the original version, not the re-release. No disrespect to the re-release, but I just love the originals, all right? So with that being said, try comping this album if you can, because this release is very hard to find. Like it's not, you know, it's not really out there like that anymore. But they do have the re-release version where you can get 4 extra bonus tracks. So it's pretty much the only downfall of this album. I'm rambling on. Rest in peace to Mac Dre. You know, he has plenty of album releases out there, so I'll try to get them as much as I can. And this is a pretty dope album to me. I really love it. Shout out to all the features and all the producers. All right. Much love to the real folks, and I'll be on here back with another review. All right. Peace out, guys.